Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Ren and welcome back to Vlogmas. Alright, today's video is going to be going over my 2020 Powersheets goals. Not going to lie, I gave up on my Powersheets back in March because, you know, and I thought that would be fun to go back to see what goals I set for myself at the beginning of the year and see if I met any of them, even though I wasn't actively working on them at all, because I don't know, I thought it'd be interesting, I thought it'd be fun, and I thought it'd be a good idea since we will be setting up my 2021 Powersheets, doing all that prep work here pretty soon, and reflection is important. Alright, let's go ahead and flip right to it, shall we? Right, so I feel like I should preface this with I did this before, I just got into the planning community, actual planners, not just bullet journaling, last year, last fall, 2019, in November or so. So this was one of my first planners that I got, and this is my first Powersheets. So bear with me, I didn't have the stickers. Leave me be, okay? There's been a major glow up this year. Alright, so I did color code these into 4 different sections. Yes, okay, I remember them. So pink was going to be my relationships, goals involving the people in my life and relationships. Green were adulting goals, so how to be a functional human being. Orange was health, and then blue was recreation and hobbies and stuff. I didn't color code them individually into 8 different colors because they all kind of tied together a little bit, so I just did 4 overarching categories. So my first goal, which was a relationship goal, was spend more quality time with Brian. Y'all, quarantine? I would say yes. And we're going to go into the action items too in this video, but right off the bat I'm going to say yes. Goal number 2 was staying in contact with friends and family. This one was a little bit harder. There are some action items that I did do, but they did peter off as 2020 happened and escalated. That's a good word, right? 2020 just kind of escalated. Number 3 was plan a fun and memorable wedding to kick off a fun and lasting marriage. Yes. Actually, yes. Was not the wedding that I planned, but we did have a very fun and memorable wedding. Number 4 was keep a clean and happy home. No. Made some steps. Not very big steps. Number 5, make and stick to a budget that works for me. Absolutely did not do. 6, take charge of my physical health by eating better and exercising. Ish. 7, controlling my mental illness so it no longer controls me. Yes. Kind of. I'm relapsing. Number 8, make time to explore my interests and hobbies. I'm coming back to it now. Ignored it for most of the year. Coming back to it now. But let's go ahead and look at some of the action items. So I have covered some stuff up because it is a little bit personal, but it's a little bit more personal than I would like to share. Okay, so my mini goals, let me just do that. Alright, so my mini goals, monthly date nights. Yes, at the beginning of the year, yes, we were going on monthly date nights, we were going to the movies, we were going out to dinner, January, February, and March. And that's all that we were able to do. Mini goal 3 was first person in the morning, last person at night. And that was just to make sure that Brian, my husband, that he was the first person that I prioritized in the morning and the last person I prioritized at night. So as soon as I woke up, he was the first person I talked to, greeted in the morning. Even if he was still asleep, it was roll over, kiss him, and then get up, grab my phone. Making sure that he was the first person that I interacted with before I let anybody else into my day. And same for the night is wrapping up my day with him and making sure he was the last person like I talked to, and kind of just like bookending it my day with him. And I do really enjoy it. I do. And it's become kind of second nature now of like, once I go to bed, like tell him goodnight, I'm in bed. I'm not, on my phone. I'm not in any group chat. I'm not on like our group chats or anything. So I would say this was definitely a win. In fact, all right. I don't have the exact like pins that I used, but I will go ahead and I'm going to highlight this and say, yes, as much as we were able to, this goal was met. Next up was stay in contact with friends and family. So my mini goal 1 was weekly phone calls to my mom, my dad, my grandmother, and to text my sister every week. My mom, definitely. My dad, almost. My grandmother, not so much. And my sister, not so much. So this one wasn't necessarily met at all. Main goal 2 was to send birthday cards. And I was able to get all the birthdays that are important to me. And I did this up until August. But like the September, October, like September on, nobody got cards right there because for me, it was a lot of other stuff happening and I let it drop. I still made sure to reach out to everybody on their birthdays, but the actual sending of physical cards dwindled. I didn't even know when I set this goal that I was going to adopt this into my work life either. So like bringing cards in for people's birthdays at work is now part of like my responsibilities. So I do think that's kind of fun. And then my main goal 3 was to visit my grandmother this summer and see her, and did not happen. Could not happen. So that is a bummer, but I am reaching out to her more. So I would say with this one, I'd give it like a 65. I definitely colored in more than 65%, but I'd give it about a 65. Goal number 3, plan a fun-filled wedding to kick off a fun-filled marriage. Yes, we did get married. Again, it was not the wedding I planned. This was a wedding that him and I planned in a week, where it was our immediate family and a friend at a park up the block from our apartment. Yes, this was met, but in a very unexpected way. Actually, because I did finish planning the real wedding that is being postponed until next summer or next fall. So let me see here. Timeline was done. The monthly to-dos were done. Vendors were researched. Vendors were picked. Vendors were paid. Tasks were delegated. Yeah, like this was all like done. Alright, so for goal number 4, we have keep a clean and happy house. Created a chore chart. I did that. Did not stick to it. Declutter junk that is taking up space. Yes, because we moved in February. So that got done. Could still be done. Storage solutions, yes. So I'd give myself 50. I'd give myself 50% on that one. Number 5, make and stick to the budget that works for me. Nope. No, 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 no. 6, take charge of my physical health. Kind of. I need to switch markers. So exercising was not done. Eating better was kind of done. Because I did cut out a bunch of junk food. I have been snacking less. I am no longer drinking soda, and I have pretty much switched to completely non-dairy milk. So yes. And then making doctor's appointments. Yes, I was able to go to the eye doctor and do that. That is it. So I'm just gonna go boop. Not really a whole lot. Goal number 7 was to take control of my mental illness so it no longer controls me. So I have depression and anxiety. Right? Wonderful. It's amazing. Make an appointment with a therapist. Did that. I definitely did that. I have a therapist. I have not seen him in about a month because I've been dropping the ball on making that appointment. Again, that's what I meant kind of like when I was relapsing, because pretty much the entire month of October, there was just too much going on and I didn't want to talk about it. So, did that. Tracking moods, kind of, not real. I'm doing more. I did more this year than I have in the past. And controlling outbursts, breathing habits, meditation, and venting in a different way. Yes. Yes, I am definitely controlling my panic attacks more. I still don't have the best method for control or when I hit that downward spiral of depression, but it's more under control. So this isn't a 100% win, but I'd say it's about an 80. Okay, so goal number 8 was explore my interests and hobbies. So my mini goal was to read more. And I have. I've actually finished, this is going to sound really bad, but I've actually finished 3 different books this year, which is more than I read last year. I used to be such an avid reader in school, and then it's one of the things that depression has really taken away from me. That I haven't been interested in many books, but I'm working on it. I've read 3 books this year. I've made a TBR. I've found time to read. I'm picking up my phone. I'm picking up books more than I'm picking up my phone. Playing more video games. I have, yes, that one as well. Because I have been playing Animal Crossing again. That kind of got me through that month where I was home in quarantine, and put it aside throughout the summer a little bit, but then have picked it back up here recently. So yes, and find a creative outlet. I found it. It's planning. I did not think it would be. Like I was like looking at writing, drawing, and like cross stitching because those are all hobbies I've had in the past. But planning. Here, this community, what I am doing right now has been my creative outlet. So this one has actually, I'm gonna hit it. I don't know you know what I mean. But I'm going to mark this as good to go because I read more, I played more video games, and I found a creative outlet. So this is my spring goal refresh. This is the only one I did, and I didn't even... Okay, so I did make it through April. Kind of. I gave up in April for this. But none of the goals changed. The only one that got slightly different wording was goal number 8. So instead of exploring my interests and hobbies, it was make time for the things that I want to do. But that's it. So let's do a quick recap. So if I were to like grade myself, goal number 1, spending more quality time with Brian, was 100% a success. Goal number 2, staying in contact with friends and family, was about a 65-70%. Planning a fun-filled wedding, 100%. It happened. We got it done. And it's going to happen again next year too. So, you know. Keep a clean and happy home, 50% tops. Budget, no. Take charge of my physical health, about 25 to 30%. Take control of my mental illness, I would say about 70%, 75. And then exploring my interests and hobbies, 100% checked off. So the real reason why I wanted to do this video was because this year I know has hit all of us so hard that nobody's been able to escape 2020 without being affected some way, somehow. And I know a lot of people let their goals slip and slide away. I let a lot of my goals slip and slide away. But then I also think that's really important to acknowledge that you can still have successes even in seasons of uncertainty and even failure. And you might not even realize it. I probably would have ended this year just completely disappointed in myself, thinking, you know, I didn't do anything that I wanted to do this year. I didn't meet any of my goals if I did not take the time to look back and reflect and see what did I lay out for myself. And without even realizing it, a lot of them got met, or more was done than I thought was done. And I think it's really important that we all remember that it's okay to let things slide. And sometimes by doing that, things just slide into place as well. Alright, yeah, that's all I have for you today. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you Sunday for my actual planner flip through for the year. Right? Isn't that exciting? Alright. Bye!